Wrestling has more than one royal family. Acknowledge me! And we
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling Crossroads. As always, I'm one happy dynamic duo twisted alongside Brother Pyro.
Hi.
And we're kind of covering something that's normally not on our agenda come every year because it is kind of a flashback to the past, right? As we would say it. We are covering Saturday Night Main Event, and Brother Pyro and I went back and forth about this. Since they are treating it like a pay-per-view, even though it used to not be one, it was just like a specialty on the weekends, we are going to be treating it like a pay-per-view, hence why you guys are getting the coverage.
So, on my way over,
Yeah.
I read something.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes
Mm-hmm.
is the only man on this card that has ever been on a Saturday Night's main event, because he was on the last one in 2008.
Really?
In which he lost a match to Batista. And now he's on the reprise in 2024.
As champion.
As champion.
That's actually pretty interesting.
I read that and I was like, okay, I know she's usually the stats
And, news.
and
Newsy.
flashback person. I'm a cover this one. I'm
I
a cover this one because I like.
could be wrong, but I don't think really anyone on here, aside from probably Balor and Owens, were wrestling back then. When he was. Again, I could be wrong. Please let me know if I am. That's on our match card currently.
Priest was on the Indies.
Okay.
That's Punishment Martinez.
Okay.
Sami Zayn was still El Generico.
Okay.
Owens was still Kevin Steen.
Mm-hmm.
McIntyre was still in Europe.
I was say, was he with WWE then, or was
No,
he in Europe?
I was right, because he didn't sign with WWE till like 2009, maybe 2010.
Because when I was first
Gunther, I believe, was wrestling, but he was also, getting his start. He was getting his start in Europe and like Belgium.
Yeah, because I know that
area.
like when I was introduced to
I think
Drew McIntyre, he was part of 3MB.
Yes.
So.
But as far as I'm concerned, Michin hadn't been wrestling yet.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea Green hadn't been wrestling yet, and I'm pretty sure Liv Morgan was still in middle school.
Io Sky, kind of the same thing?
I don't think she was wrestling at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But
And Finn Balor was. Yes, no?
I believe so. You know what? This is where we start looking things up.
Overall, while you're doing that, I'm very excited to see this. I'm very happy that we get the finale for the Women's United States Championship tonight.
Yes.
What do you think they're going to do with the finale for the Intercontinental Women's Championship?
They still have, 2 more rounds?
Mm-hmm. So where does that put us? What, Rumble?
Nothing confirmed, but it's looking like we're getting another Saturday night's main event in January.
Okay. To kind of give us the ending for that.
So I could see it because they've done, 2 first-round matches. They still have 2 first-round matches.
Mm-hmm.
You have the 2 second-round matches before you get to the finale.
Yes.
So that would put us at, Monday would be 1, next Monday would be 1. If they space it out correctly, you would see 1 Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd see the third match of the second round this Monday. The following Monday would be the last match of the first round. Yeah, there's no way you give us. There's no way we would get to the finals before.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
I do have the bracket that we had for the tournament up and ready to go if you so
Yeah, so Balor was wrestling already at the time.
Okay. All right. And then the only one we were looking at was Io Sky, correct?
We're looking for Liv Morgan and Io Sky.
Well, Liv Morgan, I don't think she was. Cause she...
Yeah, she didn't start wrestling until 2015.
Yeah, no. We kind of all knew that. It was straight into, what, NXT developmental at the time? Yeah. Io was the one I'm kind of, here and there on, if she was, because I know Asuka was wrestling early. But I don't know how far apart
So yeah, she
they
would have
are
been
yet.
wrestling at the time, actually.
Okay.
She made her pro debut in 07.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So legit, I think the only ones that weren't wrestling at the time were Liv and Chelsea.
And Michin.
Possibly Michin.
Yeah. Alright, well, why don't you start us off with
I was going to say, speaking of Michin and Chelsea Green, you are 2 finalists for your United States Women's Championship. I'm excited that they got it right and made these 2 your finalists. One, given their already deep-seated hatred and rivalry with one another.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, the fact that you are giving a fresh spotlight to new talent.
Yeah.
Because they easily could have copped out with, Bianca or Naomi or Bayley.
Well, Bianca was in this one. I was going to say, I don't think Bianca was, but she was.
Bianca was, Bayley was.
In the first round, you had Bayley taking on Candice LeRae and B-Fab. In the second one, it was Bianca, Chelsea, and Blair Davenport. Third one was Jade Cargo, who got replaced by Lash Legend, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Michin and Piper Niven. Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, and Elektra Lopez were on that one. And then obviously going into this on Friday, Michin beat Tiffany to earn this spot. And we had Chelsea beat Bayley.
Mm-hmm. Again, you could have copped out with Bayley or Bianca advancing or Naomi advancing all the way through. You could have had the easy cop out with your already established people. So I think this is one thing that they definitely got right.
I'm hoping they do the same thing for the IC.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, I'm excited with... personally, I just gave a name to give a name. I really don't care who wins.
Yeah.
I'm happy either way because...
Same here.
Since they announced the title, before they even announced the tournament bracket, you, I, and Desario have all been on the same page. It needs to be one of them two.
Yeah.
Desario, along with Hex, myself, and Flash are all on the same page of Chelsea Green should probably be she's put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely earned it. She's done everything asked of her, but again, in the same light, her counterpart, which you and Cauldron have chosen, Michin, has also done all the work to be rightfully crowned inaugural U.S. champ.
Yeah.
Women's U.S. champion.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely one of those. There isn't a bad choice here.
No, there isn't. And, personally, I like the idea of Chelsea holding it. But Michin, for me, is just a little higher on that radar because Chelsea's at least tasted gold on the main roster, whether it be,
Granted, it was tag team gold, but still.
Granted, it was tag team gold, but she's still at least held gold. Michin has yet to hold
my
gold.
thing is, I do enjoy that they, rivalry renewed or whatever. They're really culminating it with gold on the line.
Yeah.
I think this is the best way to, wrap it up, put a bow on it, and send us off into the sunset.
Yeah.
Because, again, I don't think there is an incorrect choice.
No.
Regardless of who goes over.
Exactly. And then this also, I know we were talking about it, I think it was a week ago. This also gives you another title for the Money in the Bank person to cash in on, women-wise. Because we've seen it for, the men going higher
that didn't get added until more recently, and I think that's just due to the fact that it's been around for so long.
Yeah.
That you needed a way to diversify it.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
which makes me happy.
When you tried to diversify it, you became one of the 8 that couldn't cash in correctly.
So honestly, I think what they should do is keep the women's for just the world titles for right now.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'm just saying, this, eventually, if we keep doing Money in the Bank for the women's side, this does give them a chance to have another title to go for.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, next match on the card, Sami Zayn takes on a returning Drew McIntyre. Not much to this story as to how we got here. Drew attacked Sammy, and that's pretty much where we're at.
Well, first he attacked Jay.
Yeah. I'm just saying how we got to this match in general. He attacked Sammy. That was it. Plain and simple. Going through our predictions, we are not necessarily split down the middle. You and Desario choosing Drew, and the rest of us going Sami Zayn. Now, I'm gonna pick your brain. Why? Why Drew?
You gave him an impactful return.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we're building towards with him. Inevitably, eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And we know what the goal is anti-Roman, anti-Punk. So anybody
take out the bloodline.
Take out anybody that's aligned with that. This is your first start, and I'm sorry. As much as I love Sammy, he's the first of the sacrificial lambs.
Hey, that's perfectly fine.
Like, he came out, last night on SmackDown. I don't know if you actually got a chance to watch.
No.
Jimmy opens up the show, broken toe and all.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be back sooner than the other two guys.
They're talking about January, so right around Rumble.
He'll be back. A broken toe is a lot easier to recover from than, a busted shoulder,
a shattered ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, no. Okay, speaking of a shattered ankle, I saw a clip of it, like, the exact moment that it happened, and they zoomed in on it, like, oh my god.
Yeah. I watched it.
Like, I'm normally you know me, I love the gory, and
Mm-hmm. You cringed.
That one made me cringe. That one made me cringe almost as bad as the pro NBA player whose knee popped out of his shin.
You'll have to show me that later.
I got you. But that was like, I didn't think that man would ever get on the court again. But yeah, no, I think this is how you start building him up. And I get, you don't necessarily want him in the title picture. Eventually he will get back to there. I think they have done a really good job of, keeping him away from that for a little bit.
I don't mind him being in the title picture. I just don't want to see the boots strapped to him, the rocket strapped to him, and right away. That's my thing.
But if you look,
since
he dropped the title at Mania.
Mm-hmm. The 5-minute title.
And then he won men's Money in the Bank, failed to cash in that same night.
Yeah.
Dumbass. But we all knew that was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is they've done a really good job of pivoting him in other directions. His feud with Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Now going into, I still want to make the Bloodline pay for everything they've put me through for the. There are 3 men in the WWE that have stood on business on Roman Reigns and the Bloodline.
Kevin Owens.
Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Now, granted, Seth has kind of made his peace with Sammy and with Jay.
Yeah.
It's still Roman over here. And Punk.
Yeah.
So, the fact that they have their one vendetta right now is actually really amazing, and I think you can go a lot of ways with that story.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. All right, take us into our next match.
Triple threat match for the World Heavyweight title. Gunther defends against Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Originally, this was a one-on-one match. Balor pointing out to Gunther, you wouldn't be champion if it was me.
If it wasn't for me.
Yeah, if it wasn't for me, I helped you win it initially. I helped you retain it against Priest at SummerSlam. I think you owe me a title. Whole shot. Eventually the talk with Adam Pearce happens. Hey, Balor, you know what? You're talking to me about it. You want it. Gunther wants it, so you're lucky. You got it at Saturday night's main event. However, if you go back to this past Monday, because this is how we got Priest involved. Balor and Gunther are out in the ring, throwing jabs at each other verbally. Priest then they start their altercation. Here comes Priest, and now he's fighting with both men, and both men are fighting with each other as well as him. And Pierce later on in the night informs Balor, hey, by the way, your one-on-one match is now going to be a triple threat match since you and Priest can't manage to stay the hell away from each other and not get involved in each other's business.
Mm-hmm. You know what kind of makes me a little wonky in the head when I look at like the big plotted storylines that we have on SmackDown and then we have on Raw is we have two big factions. We have Judgment Day and we have the Bloodline. Now we have a lot of people that are the Bloodline. Screw you, you screwed me over, now I hate you. How come nobody feels that way about Judgment Day? You have barely seen anybody have like that much of a vendetta aside from Edge when they first kicked him. And currently just a little bit of Priest. But it's like, I don't want you to have what I can't have because you didn't want me to have it. Ain't nobody have any issues with the Judgment Day. Why? Why? Is it because they got Liv Morgan?
Probably, but also if you look at the Judgment Day as a collective at this point, and you compare them to what the Bloodline was doing. Bloodline was taking out everybody that stood in front of them.
Judgment Day was doing that in the beginning.
Judgment Day really, as much as they still had their group problems or whatever, they really were individual stars focused on individual things. So it wasn't that pack mentality.
Yeah.
Like it was with the Bloodline.
I mean, but they still kind of had that, problem like the Bloodline did where it was, let's take out anybody that stands in front of us, too.
Yes, but again, they weren't as... I'm trying to think of how to put it. Judgment Day, or Bloodline made everybody's life a living hell. Judgment Day only made hell for the people that decided to stand against them.
Okay.
Bloodline didn't care who you were. You were just... If you were on my radar, Judgment Day, as long as you stayed out of the way, they tended to leave you the hell alone. Mm-hmm. It's when you actively made an effort to go out of your way to fuck with them that they decided, all right, screw you. Again, Bloodline, they didn't. You could be minding your business in the corner, doing your own thing, and they were still like, I'm gonna fall.
Take us through our predictions on this one.
Going through our predictions, all but one have chosen Gunther to retain.
As much as
Sorry, Flash.
As much as I'd love to agree with Priest. Flash on this one,
in my heart, I want it to be him.
Yeah.
Mentally, I know this isn't the time for Gunther to drop the title, especially because they haven't really booked him to look the best anyway. Mm-hmm. So this is your one way to finally book him to look like a decent champion. Secondly, the personal beef between Priest and Balor is going to be what inevitably keeps them from succeeding and capturing gold.
Mm-hmm. All right, next match. Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan takes on Io Sky. I'm a little confused as to how we got here. Do you know at all? Because I can't tell you how we got here.
If I'm not mistaken, Sky won a number one contenders match.
Okay.
To get here.
All right. While I assume you're looking it up, I'm just going to go through predictions. Majority is on the side of Liv Morgan retaining tonight, whereas Desario and Cauldron have chosen Io to pick up the win and become new champion. I assume me and you are on the same page where we don't see her dropping it anytime soon.
No, she's got Raquel.
Mm-hmm. And then obviously, she's building up something with Rhea. I could see Rhea even getting involved, and that's how it ends. Because I could see Raquel pulling some from the outside. Rhea gets involved. It ends in a no DQ or no contest.
Right.
Like that. Because the look her and Io shared when they picked up the title on Monday was very, very interesting.
You know what's coming.
Oh, I do. I would love to see Rhea and Io for the title.
Oh my God,
that's one of my dream matches. I think it's time we start to take like, we finish up this Rhea Liv storyline because it has been going on for a while. And I think we wrap it up, we put a pretty little bow on it, and we start a new chapter with Rhea and Io. Because I think that they can make just as much magic in the ring as her and Liv do.
I think they can put up better.
I mean, hey, if they can, more props to them for it. Do you want to get us into our next match?
All right, next match, our main event. Yeah, she won a battle royal. Io won a battle royal to beat number one contender.
Okay.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to, Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, WWE Championship on the line. What do you think was in the case?
I think it is the eagle.
Winged eagle?
Winged eagle one.
Oh my god, I would love it.
I would too.
I guess he did say when he handed it to him, we're going retro. So, that would make sense.
And if it's not, I'm going to cry.
I just might. We're here because, after Bad Blood, Owens attacked Cody.
Yes, in the parking lot.
In the parking lot post the show right in front of his bus. Then proceeds to attack Randy, blames this all on Cody for aligning himself with the bloodline, aligning himself with Roman Reigns, that hatred for Roman Reigns, and seeing the fact that he was so willing to help out was all the reason for Owens to snap. And Cody, being Cody, yo, I want a match with him. Okay, Aldis grants the match and puts the title on the line. Remember last time they had a match? Bash in Berlin?
Yeah, Bash in Berlin.
Owens definitely couldn't take advantage of a key injury that could have won him the title then.
Yeah, he couldn't pull the trigger.
Now I think he's not going to hesitate.
No, he's not.
In any capacity.
No.
Going into our predictions, you and I are taking KO to be champion, while everybody else is going Cody.
I'd like to know Cesario's reason.
I'm already working on it. Shush.
Oh, well,
give me a minute.
I
know.
No,
he
went in a little bit for us.
Even though Kevin Owens is 100% the right choice. Or even though Kevin Owens is 100% right about everything in this, it's going to be Cody that wins. So, let's be real. He wants it to be KO.
Mm-hmm.
But he, thinking probably smart and long-term booking, is picking Kevin Owens. Or picking Cody Rhodes.
I just personally think, I love that we finished the story. I do.
It's been a boring end of the story.
It's been a boring second part to this story. You had the triumph. I think we're a little over the Cody as champion regime because all it is the same time, anytime he fights anybody, all it is it's about family. They got to drag his dad into it. And it's really just very tiring to see the same, song and dance every single time.
I don't disagree.
So I think, we've been wanting Kevin, especially me and you, we've been wanting Kevin Owens to be champion for the longest time because it's been, 8 years? Did we say on Bash in Berlin? It's been 8 years since he held a title. He deserves it. Nobody on this card deserves it more than Kevin Owens does.
No, honestly, it's time.
Especially when you consider the fact that even within those 8 years, even within how long has it been since Balor won the championship back in 2016? He's had more chances since then to come and go after a championship than Kevin has.
I want to point out you are literally taking you talking about Balor, the first ever Universal Champion, Kevin Owens, the second ever Universal Champion.
Yeah. So, and coming back from Balor's injury, he had more chances to go after the championship than Kevin Owens did. To go back after to hold that gold than Kevin Owens did.
Yeah.
So, I think it's time for him to finally get that.
It's Owens' time. And honestly, I think you add more substance with Kevin going over.
Yeah.
Not just to
Even
the title picture, but to their story as a whole.
Yeah. I mean, I got nothing more to say on it.
No,
I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited to hopefully see Kevin Owens be the one that takes the W. Anything else you'd like to say before we wrap up and we'll see him back for a recap?
Nope.
All right. And with that, that closes out Saturday Night Main Event. We hope you guys enjoy the show. Laters.
Later.